Hey guys, it's your boy, Baldface8020, back again with another great commentary. Sorry about the lighting. So I've seen it, as you guys know, if you've seen my previous dieting video, I've been dieting for I think 3 weeks now. And so I've seen a lot of videos. My diet has mainly been cut out white flour, cut out sugar. So I said you could even say it's not a diet because I'm not doing any other type of restriction. Um, excuse me. I was also trying to avoid stuff like refined grains, which are similar to white flour, like white rice as opposed to brown rice. So stuff like that. And then I guess I haven't really been eating, white potatoes, but I would if I had access to them. I just haven't been doing it. But anyway, basically what my diet has been is um, the first week I just cut out sweets. I mean, it's just yeah, really that's all I did was I cut out sweets. So I was eating my normal diet except sweets. So standard American diet except no sweets. And for me, that I'm assuming is enough to lose weight because that's where all my extra calories come from is sweets. And the sorry, mine's not totally working today. Probably because I have no sugar. Um, But after a week into it, I wasn't really satisfied, like with how I was feeling. Because remember, this is a diet I went on not to improve energy levels, not to get in shape, not to lose weight, just for the purposes of easing the depression and anxiety. And I wasn't satisfied with the mood changes. I mean, it helped, but it didn't help enough. So then weeks 2 and 3, I cut out white flour as well, all but trace amounts. I'm still getting trace amounts of white flour and refined sugar, and I think that you could probably have some critics say that, well, if you haven't seen these big changes, it's because you haven't completely cut it out. Like you're still eating, like I still eat Chinese food, chicken fried rice and Chinese food, which presumably they put some sugar in, because everybody adds sugar, but it's like a trace amount. It's not a sweet, and to those people, I would say blow me because it's too small an amount to have an impact. Because if it was going to have an impact, I would notice it in my mood. I would be feeling depressive symptoms. And don't get me wrong, I am feeling depressive symptoms, but not I never notice anything in response to Chinese food as opposed to a day where I just eat normal brown rice that I cook myself. But I think for fairness purposes, we should talk about the benefits that I have had at first. Sleep is better, and sleep schedule is better. I'm able to maintain, a pretty good sleep schedule. Probably the best sleep schedule, at least that I can remember I've ever had. If you don't want to talk about when I was like a kid or something. Um, Generally I'm able to get about 8.5 hours a night. Sometimes I need a nap during the day, sometimes I don't. So as opposed to always needing a nap during the day, so I guess that's progress on that front. Um, the I feel like my complexion is cleared up, but that probably isn't a dieting thing per se. That's probably just because I have a gluten sensitivity. So me not eating the gluten is gonna make me look a little allergenic. I don't feel like as bloated as I do. Like when I eat a lot of sweets and stuff, I walk around with this really bloated feeling, and I don't feel that way, now. I haven't weighed myself. I didn't weigh myself at the beginning, but I think I started around 198. I don't know what I weigh now, but the I haven't weighed myself, but I do feel like I don't look as fat in the when I see myself in the mirror. I don't look as fat, so it's not like I haven't gotten any benefits out of it at all. I mean, the whole reason I did it was to help with the depression, and it certainly didn't cure it. I mean, at first I felt like it kind of did. I was didn't really know that it was going to last, but the didn't really necessarily think it was going to last. But it's really evened the mood out. And there has been a few moments where it's like relapsed pretty bad, but the difference is those have only lasted for like four. I mean, either they were in the first week where they were just, sugar withdrawal, so whatever, or they last for like 3, 4, 5 hours and then go away. So, the mood's much more even. Um, then, so that stuff's all good. But I hear a lot of stuff like, oh, when I watch these videos talking about, oh, like my energy level's gone up, my strength's gone up. Well, my strength hasn't gone up because I haven't had enough energy to exercise. I haven't This entire 3 weeks. I haven't done any exercise at all. I've just got no energy whatsoever. Now I had no energy even before the sugar detox, so I'm not blaming the sugar detox. But did it solve the energy problems? Absolutely not. No. I have had diets in the past where it's helped, but I wasn't starting from like this level of fatigue. Um, the And I'm not really sure like what all the fatigue is actually about. I guess it's just a residual depression symptom, and I'll get that in. But actually, I'm sorry. There was one more benefit I wanted to talk about. Um, when the first 2 weeks, what inspired me to make the video talking about how miserable it was dieting, I was just having horrendous sugar cravings. Like all I wanted to do was eat some Snickers bars or cookies or whatever. And those cravings are pretty much gone. I mean, like right now, like as long as I don't get hungry, I mean, when I get hungry, I might have a little bit of a craving, but I really don't particularly want to eat sweets. Now, again, there'll be moments like last night I was at a wedding and I wasn't even that hungry, and because we had already eaten dinner, and I really, they were passing out the wedding cake, and I really did want to have a slice. Um, but I was like, you know what? It's just going to re-trigger the cravings if I do it. It's not worth it. But like right now, no, I mean, not really. I don't feel any any desire to eat any sweets. And we got sweet. I mean, I've got sweets all over the place, and I don't see them and like feel any deprivation by not eating them. I do kind of feel like a piece of me is missing. Like I don't crave sweets, but I want to crave sweets. So that hasn't gone away. Like my craving for cravings hasn't gone away, but I don't actually really want sweets. But I kind of look at sweet and think like, man, I wish that I really wanted to have that and could have it, instead of like, nah, I can't have it and I don't want to have it. And so, um, I don't know. I guess you kind of have to experience it yourself to understand. So I did get that. I did get that. I don't know if it's going to last, but that seems to have been for the last like 3 or 4 days, 4 or 5. I don't know, 3 or 4 days. I haven't really had any strong cravings. Although I do have a lot of dreams where I've accidentally eaten something sweet, and I'm like, oh shit, you're gonna have to start all over again. I've had those dreams pretty much every night, so I don't know if that's like if that's just my subconscious being worried, or if that's a sign that I'm going to relapse. I don't know. But no, I mean, I felt like crap when I started. I still feel like crap. I don't think I'm going to not feel like crap anytime soon, mainly because I don't really think that, the level of fatigue I have is way beyond what you get from eating too much sugar. It's probably it's depression. And if it's not depression, it's something else. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Um, so, um, Yeah, so I mean, absolutely. I didn't make this to discourage anybody from dieting or discourage anybody from giving up sugar and white flour. I think everybody should at least try it. See how you feel, see if it's worth it. Um, you know, but I don't know if I really buy all this. It changed my life stuff, because I see all these people in their before videos, and to me, I mean, I see their before and after, and they look exactly the same. It's like, oh, look, if you feel better, great, and maybe it's worth it, and just kind of like it's probably like like giving up caffeine. Like a lot of people are saying, well, I gave up caffeine and I feel so much better. It's like, okay, great, but you look exactly the same. And like something like it's like, yeah, you may feel better, but is that necessarily worth it to give up something that you really like? And I don't know. I think it's probably a different answer for every person. It also probably depends on how much of it you're consuming. Like I think most people would have trouble if they were consuming the amount of sweets that I was. And but I don't know. It depends. It really depends on the person. So yeah, I guess probably shouldn't have even made this video. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next.